Today I am going to talk you through my DIY ombre hair. I did it about a week ago now, and I'm going to show you the clips as I was doing it, but I just thought before I start I would go through what you need and the kind of time frame and all of that stuff, just so you're kind of prepared before you watch it all and then get to the end and be like, oh, I have to get my stuff together. For those of you who don't know, hair ombering, I'm not really sure how you use the term. It's graduated dye basically, so it kind of looks like you had your hair dyed and it's grown out a little bit, but in the middle it's a slightly different shade, so it's kind of dark, medium, light. Did a load of strand tests to start off with. I tried out 2 different bleachers. The first one didn't work. Well, it did, as you'll see, but it took 4 hours. And then the second one, which is the one I went with, was this one. Jerome Russell B Blonde for medium to dark brown hair. I was taking a little bit of a risk because my hair is reasonably darker than dark brown. And this is the hair lightener. Basically it comes with a mixing tray and you put in all the bits inside. There's a powder lightener and the peroxide there. You basically just mix the two together, and it's really easy to use. Comes with a shampoo as well, which is quite handy. So what I did, I just thought, oh, this is where I want to go from. So I stuck a layer of bleach over the top, all the way down to the ends, and I separated it off into sections, which you'll see later on. And I left that on for about half an hour. Then you have to wait for it to dry because bleach doesn't work on wet hair. So before you do the next step, you have to wait for it to dry. And they say it's best to just kind of leave it to dry naturally or use the cold blast on your hairdryer, because it's quite damaging to put heat on recently bleached hair. After that, I put on bleach on the ends for about 40 minutes, I think. I was going for 30, but I wanted it a tiny bit lighter. So that's a total of 70 minutes of bleaching on the ends, and I could have gone a little bit over that. Obviously do a strand test first to make sure that your hair isn't going to, go bright yellow or anything. If you can, have a friend at hand to make sure you've got it all in the right places. Just thought I'd just whack it on myself. I just decided to put a toner straight over the top of that, and I went for a light ash blonde just to take out the kind of red undertones because I didn't want it looking too ginger. It's still looking quite ginger on this tape, but it doesn't look that ginger in real life, I'd like to think. So I got the Nice and Easy because I couldn't really find another one which had ash in it. I know that ash takes out those red tones, but none of the other dyes I could find had ash written on them, and I don't know enough about dye to be like, oh yeah, that has ash in it. So I just went with the standard Clear All Nice and Easy. This is actually the darker colour. They was on like 2 for £8 at Superdrug, so I just got 2 in case something went horribly wrong. So this is the natural medium ash, which I could probably still put over this. See, it's like the lighter shade of it. But I went with the light ash blonde because I just wanted to take out the red, not add in any colour and darken it at all. So I'd recommend that a lot. It was really easy to use, and it took, because your ends have like recently been bleached, it means it's all open, and apparently putting like a colour or a toner over the top seals it up again. So it's a good thing to do. Like, it's best not to just leave it bleached and open, because like when you dry it, apparently that's more likely to break and all of that kind of stuff. And because the pores are open in your hair, it doesn't take long at all for it to work. So I think I put it on for 10 or 15 minutes. On the box it says something like 20 to 25 if you're going from virgin hair. Before I put the toner in, I was really worried about the condition of my hair and how it was going to feel washing it, and that it's called Clairol's Colour Seal Conditioning Gloss, and this is amazing. Like, I heard that it was amazing, and they sell it separately. You don't have to buy the dye now, you can just buy these. And they come in like for blondes, reds and brunettes. This is amazing. I put it on and my hair has never felt so smooth. Like, it felt better than before I bleached it. So I would definitely recommend that. So it might be worth getting a nice and easy toner just for this. And you know, it's got six treatments in it. So do that. And then I left it to dry naturally because I didn't want anything to kind of make it more damaged or anything. But it actually, the ends feel totally fine. Like, I wouldn't say they feel any different. And my friend actually, she's got quite a lot of experience with dyeing and stuff. She's had her hair all sorts of colours. She said my ends actually felt better than my roots. So, not sure what that's. Kind of leave it a while before I made this kind of review and put it together, just to make sure that I did like it and I thought it was okay and my hair is actually not breaking off or falling off or anything. And I haven't had any problems, and it's been really nice to have a change. It literally is finding the right bleach for your hair, finding the right timings, putting it on again, washing it out, putting a toner on, ready to go. So give it a go, I reckon, and let me know how it goes. Started off with me trying out L'Oreal's Super Blonde because quite a few of the DIY videos which I'd seen recommended this. But as you can see, my hair is practically black. And I didn't realise that it says only really works on light brown to dark brown hair. It took about 4 hours, but I did manage to finally get it to this kind of shade, which is significantly lighter. But I didn't think 4 hours of bleach on my hair was the best idea, so I thought I'd go find something else that might work a little bit faster. So I got Jerome Russell B blonde. Within 2 hours this time, it kind of got to a blondie, slightly less ginger colour. So that might be the kind of colour that I'm going for on the ends. So I just had a look and I think they're coming along quite nicely. What you can see is I've separated my hair off into little sections because I've got quite a lot of it and I just wanted to make sure the bleach was thoroughly applied all over. So I've kind of like done the main bits of my hair and then I've got my layers here and then I've got these kind of like 2 little front bits, which I thought would be quite nice to have a little kind of blend at the front. It's kind of strange how it gets warm in there when the reaction's going on, I think. But basically, yeah, it's not taking that long. It's taking about half an hour really, which is quite a lot less time than I was expecting. I'm thinking I might take it out now to be on the safe side, and then I can always put more on if I want it to be a little bit lighter. So here we are with the first part of my hair ombering process. You can see my hair is generally quite massive, and I think maybe bleaching it's given it a bit too much texture, but I think it looks okay. So I'm off for the next step in a second, where I'm going to put bleach onto these bits here. And honestly, the roots haven't taken as well as up here, so I think I'll leave that on for about a half hour or so. So I am now on the final step of hair ombering, I would like to think. Finally managed to get this to dry, and then I topped up the blonde on the ends. So hopefully at this moment in time it's a little bit lighter in there. Maybe we can have a look. I did this side first. Can you see it's a bit blonder? Maybe I'll give it another 15 minutes or so. You're looking at the finished DIY Ombre Hair. I think it looks pretty alright. If I do say so myself, it's still a little bit damp on this side, but this side's pretty dry, and you can see I kind of managed to get it to a decent shade of blonde even. And I put nice and easy light blonde ash over the top of it. Kind of goes with my natural hair texture. It makes it's a bit beachy and it's quite nice for summer, I think. It's my first proper dye job at home, so I'm quite pleased with it. Not too sure how it's going to go once I start washing it, whether the toner will come out, but I will keep you updated. Any questions then let me know. Thanks for watching.